Hello YouTube, this is Lisa. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. I'm doing great. I am at my grow table, and today I'm going to start herb seeds. And I had, in the previous years, I would just mix them in and just start them from seed with everything else. But this year I am really going to focus on my herbal garden. My sister and I are wanting to start to grow more herbs and use them for more than just seasonings and spices and stuff. So that's just what I'm going to do today, is just start herb seeds. So stay tuned and I will show you which herbs I will be growing. I'll be right back. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I would like to welcome you. And if you are a return viewer, thank you for coming back again. You go to the big box store, you buy the plants, and you're not going to get a tray of them. You're just going to get one, and you're going to pay $4, $5, $6, $7 for it. And then they have not treated it, so then it's probably not going to grow well when you get it home. It's probably not going to start good, and sometimes they just go ahead and die because they just have not had a good start of its little life. So it's just better to just go ahead and start them from seed. I have spent most of today just researching the ones that I'm going to grow, and just to see how I need to grow it, because it is different to growing seeds for herbs from seed. Some of them you got to do a certain thing to get them started, and it's just it can be intimidating. I've said it in other videos. Some seeds are a little intimidating to get started, but that's just how it is. And if you research it and you get the hang of it, then it's okay. And some of these I wasn't going to start, but then as I was doing my research today, I thought, well, I probably should just go ahead and start more seeds for these. One that I had, I've started from seed before. It's kind of hard to start from seed, but it's slow. It's slow to germinate, slow to grow. But once you get it into your garden, it does well. And that is rosemary. I have, at the last 2 years, I've started plants, rosemary plants. And they're out there still growing right now. But I'm just going to start, I want to start some more today. Sage. That's pretty easy, and we use a lot of sage, but there's some benefits to sage, medicinal. And so I'll be talking, as I drop each one of these seeds, I'll be talking about their benefits as well. I have marshmallow. And these seeds are from my dear friend in the UK, Miss Joyce. And this is a cinnamon basil. This is the St. John's wort. This is the toothache plant, bullseye. And this is Horehound white. This is Safflower, Coralis azafran. This is Papalo, butterfly form. And both of these are lavender, well, two lavenders. This one is elegance purple. And so we use lavender for just about everything, and we buy stuff. We even buy garbage bags in the lavender scent. I'm gonna plant parsley, Big Italy. I'm going to plant a curled, extra triple curled parsley. I'm going to plant spearmint. Now these are intimidating. I tried it last year. I had no germination, but I think I know where I messed up. So I will let you know when I get to them. And this is a lemon mint, right? Yeah, lemon mint. Got it from M.I. Gardener. And this is red Reuben basil. Now, I had a lot of problems because I grow a lot of basil just for deterring the hornworm away from my tomato plants. And I grew this one and several of these others last year, and they ain't do their job because the hornworm was still real busy last year. And but my sister harvested a lot of these and she's been using them, and I think they have a lot of they kind of help with digestive. This one is the Thai basil. This is a lemon basil. And I don't know why I got so many, but I thought I was out of it. I don't know why I did that. But this is Genovese. Genovese is my favorite basil. That one and the sweet basil for deterring the hornworm. Sweet Genovese basil. And I got 3 packs of it. And then this one is the blue spice basil. My sister loves that one. And I like to grow sweet basil as well, and I got to get my seeds out for that. So I'm gonna put all the basils together. I have I did a whole lot of research, and there's a lot to all of this. The first thing that I'm gonna go ahead and start is Horehound. Now, Horehound is kind of in the mint family, and it's a special little herb. Now, it has a lot of benefits, but then it is strong, it's potent, and you can't, ingest or whatever a lot of it at one time because it'll make you sick. In my research, I have found out that Horehound has some properties of anti-inflammatory, and it can help heal cancer. Horehound can help control cholesterol and diabetes. It can help in detox, like it can act as like a diuretic or a diaphoretic or whatever. Can help you sweat, and it can help you flush out fluid, so you don't retain fluid. It'll help you flush it because, our bodies can retain a lot of fluid, and that can be bad, can cause a lot of stuff, health, congestive heart failure, and it's just not good to retain a lot of fluid and you walking around with a lot of fluid on you. That's not healthy. It can help with menstrual cramps. It can boost your immune system. It aids in digestion. It aids in motion sickness. And that's one thing that I sure can use it for, because I have vertigo or I have inner ears. I call a lot of stuff. But motion, I can't deal with it. Most of the time, if I'm in the car or anybody's car, I have got to be the one driving, or I need to be in the front seat. And if I'm on wherever I am, I don't need to be looking down at no cell phone or a tablet or nothing. I need to have my eyes on the road so I can see the movement. If my head is down, I'm looking at something and the car is moving, I can't deal with it. I just cannot deal. I can't. I don't know. My head will still be in another place while my body is going on up the road or whatever. And sometimes my stomach can be back there. And I'm going and it helps with coughs and bronchitis. Okay, so I'm gonna just moisten this soil pretty good. I made up my soil yesterday. Used boiling water, and I just put my perlite in it, and I just kind of stirred it all in. But these seeds are really, really tiny, so I think that I'll just grow these just like I do celery. Now, they are hard to germinate, I heard. So I'm just going to kind of sprinkle these around in here and then just see what comes up. Now, a lot of people say they use it in teas, and then now if one person said that if you use a lot of sugar, if you put too much sugar in it, in your tea, Horehound tea, then it will lose some of its benefit. So I'm gonna mash this in. I will not sit it on a heat mat. See if vermiculite will hold in this moisture. Okay, got my Horehound started, and then I will I'm gonna sit it on my grow shelf, and that's just how I'm gonna get them started. So I'll be right back. Now I'm gonna move on to mint. I have grown mint, you all know, to detour. I mean, we just grew it anyway because we liked it, and my sister liked it for teas and stuff like that. But we would just buy the starter plants, and mint can take over. If you put it in the ground, it can take over. I really like it because it can detour Mr. No Shoulders. He don't like it. And if y'all don't know who Mr. No Shoulders is, it is a snake. I cannot stand him. I can't deal with them. I can't. Now, I have overcome a lot of fears in the garden, but he can have it all if he comes around, and don't nobody take care of him. I'd get him gone or something. I can't deal with it. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I always try to find something that I can, because I like to fish. But I could not put my hands on those worms. I couldn't. So I thought, I am not gonna go fishing because I can't stand to touch the worms. So what can I do to, help me get over that? So I started fishing with plastic gloves, and I just have a bunch of them in my tackle box. And so when because I'd go, and my brother, my aunt, everybody was living then, and so we'd go fishing, and they'd always have to bait my hook and all that. And I am just like, I don't want to bother people. They busy trying to fish, and then they got to stop and put my worm on. Well, I started putting gloves in my thing. Ain't even one. And I go in there, get my worm out, put it on my hook, and then I was good. And now I can put my hand out. I love picking. I love to see the earthworms because I know they're good in the garden. All these other ones, now I can go ahead and get them on out the way and make them say goodnight to the people. But Mr. No Shoulders, I don't know. But I did find out that mint, he don't like mint. So I planted a whole lot of that stuff last year. And we only saw Mr. No Shoulders one time last year. And the only reason I believe he come around is because all our mint was too little. And it was not big, or it wasn't out. We didn't have it out yet. I mean, it was early in the spring when we saw him. And he went slithering or sliding or whatever across the patio. But they don't like mint. It's a lot of pests that don't like mint. And the rodents, they don't like mint either. And we have a lot of pots of mint, or we'll get out there and throw mint all around our melons, like our cantaloupes and our watermelons, and to keep them out of it, because rodents will destroy your garden, your mint. Well, they'll destroy your garden, yeah, but they'll get all in your mint. I mean, they'll get all in your melons, and they'll eat them, and just have your stuff just everywhere. But I didn't talk too much about that anyway. But I'm gonna grow lemon mint and spearmint, and all the mint that we've grown in the past is we bought it. And so I want to start to grow it. I mean, start it from seeds. I just want to start my own stuff from seeds. And because it's just better. So yeah, this is my soil. I've moistened it. And last year I tried to start from seed with the mints, and it just didn't work out. They didn't germinate. They didn't come up at all. And so what I learned in my research, my herbs research, is you have to do it. And if you have not watched my video where I started my pepper seeds and my celery seeds, I told you in growing the celery, you just have to kind of sprinkle the seeds. Don't really even have to put any soil over top. Put your vermiculite, and then put it on, just wait, and it'll come up. And I didn't do that last year with these, but that's what I'm going to do this year. That's how I'm going to start the mint. And It germinates slow, and then it will grow slow once it germinates, but then it will just take off. And if you take it outside and put it in your garden and put it in the ground, it's gonna take over. It's gonna take everything over, and it'll be everywhere. It will be everywhere, you all. So be careful if you grow mint of any kind outside. These ain't got no seeds in it. So I need to throw that little pack away. Give me that other spearmint. And I had peppermint growing too last year, but they were old seeds, so. Oh, he put these in, this is from My Gardener. And he had these in this little plastic bag here. Oh, these are so tiny, tiny, tiny. And see, they will go to seed in your garden, and then they will reseed itself. Okay, once you get your seeds sprinkled in here, you just kind of mash them in, let them get good contact with the soil, and that's it. Put vermiculite over the top and just sit back and wait on them to germinate. That's how I do my celery, and I have a great success in growing celery. The seeds are just so tiny, but you just gotta sprinkle them in, let them get good contact with the soil, and then that's it. Putting vermiculite all over this. I gotta turn my phone off because put this over the top and close up my hole so I can get a little condensation built up in there. And that's it, you all. That's growing mint. Now I'm gonna grow lavender. And lavender is, in my research, my sister had tried to grow it so many times, and it is, she has not had a good success in growing lavender from seeds. So, and we just love lavender in everything, in our cleansers, lotions, garbage bags. We love the scent of lavender. And so in my research, I found out that the newer and fresher seeds are the best to try and sow. Like if you have a local nursery or a farmer or somebody local that has seeds, lavender seeds, probably get them from those guys, those people, because they sit in the big box stores and they sit there for a while, and they could sit there for a year or two. I mean, you know, they take those seeds out, you know, when Christmas time rolls around or something like that, and then they bring them back out this time of year. And it's no telling if nobody bought those seeds last year, then those are the ones they putting back out. These are not like new seeds that you when you buy from the big box stores. And sometimes you wonder, why don't my seeds germinate? Well, if you got them from a big box store, it's probably because they old. Now, I don't know if anybody checked the dates. I check dates on my packages, and I wouldn't put it past them to not even trust those dates that they have on there. But check your dates on your packages. But anyway, lavender seeds, you have a better success in growing them when they are newer, fresher seeds, and especially if they were harvested from plants that were grown locally. Now, and this same person said that if you have some older seeds, then you should stratify them, and you don't need to plant them deep. So let me take a look at these seeds. This is just lavender, so I'm gonna go ahead and try and drop these seeds in here and see what happens. These are a little bigger than the mint, but and these seeds are real tiny, and I am just gonna go ahead and use them all. Maybe I am being real crazy about this, but I'm gonna go ahead and plant. Okay, now I'm gonna put these and the mint on the grow shelf. I'll be right back. Now I'm gonna grow the St. John's wort, and this is the Horehound, but this is what I'm gonna put the St. John's wort into. It needs to be sowed in a well-drained soil, and then, I mean, you don't have to do that much to it. Like, you don't have to put much soil over top. Oh, these seeds are so tiny, tiny, tiny. Oh, they're just all in that corner. I'm just gonna sprinkle these all over. The top. And we'll see what comes up. I just kind of wanted to talk to you all about the benefits of the St. John's wort. And you know, I read what the little seed packages had, but there's more. And I just kind of wanted to share with you all. The St. John's wort, it is, some people, and I forgot the name, but a lot of people grow it as a cut flower, just like the calendula. It is, I think it's a kind of an herb, but it is mostly grown as like a cut flower. But the St. John's wort, it is, it can repel deer and rabbits. It is a good mood enhancer. It's kind of aids with nerve pain. It has proper antibacterial and antiviral properties. And St. John's wort was used in battlefields because it grew everywhere, and it was good to wash out the wounds and the injuries that they had in battle. And it would they mixed it with water, and it would wash out they mixed it with water to wash out the infections in those battle wounds and injuries. And so that's the benefits of it. Now I'm going to start seeds for the toothache plant, and it is actually good for toothache. If you got any kind of issues or pain or whatever in your mouth, then this will help with it. And it can't survive in cold, so you pretty much have to kind of start them every year. These are tiny seeds too, so but they look like all the others. Cause see, all of these, they coming out of flowers. They come out of little flowers, and you know, like a flower bud or bloom, it just they're just real tiny seeds. And so that's all I'm gonna put in there. I still have a lot in here, but I just put a lot in there. So just mash it in, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so that's the toothache plant. And right here in this other pot, I am going to plant the Papalo butterfly form. I don't know. I already got them, so I'm gonna plant them. Let me get my little sheet that talks about this one. Okay, so Papalo is it's a cilantro substitute, kind of like, and it came from South America. It's used in South American dishes. It will grow wild, and it grows better, way better than cilantro. Cilantro, when it starts to get hot, it will die, and then it's gone. This will grow well in heat, and it'll grow in over 100 degrees. You just have to keep the soil moist, and then it will, it'll kind of starts to get withered, like it'll start to look thirsty and in the heat, but then you give it some water and it'll be fine in the heat. When you start the seeds, you need to start them on a heat mat because it loves warm soil. It needs warm soil. And so you have to start them on a heat mat. So I may have to take them out of here because I don't think toothache plant needs heat. But this one, Papalo is going to need heat. It tastes better fresh. So, don't like take it and try to dehydrate it or nothing like that. But it tastes better fresh. And so I just got these seeds because I read on the package or on the Baker Creek website, which says to talks like it can survive the hot weather better than cilantro. And my sister loves cilantro, but we can't ever get it to grow because by the time it does, then it's hot and then it dies. So that's the only reason I got it. But I'm gonna drop these seeds in here. It's not much medicinal benefits to it, but we will just grow it anyway since I got the seeds. Let's just be something to try. Now these, that's what they look like. And just put them down in here, just around. In here and see what happens. Okay, and so I'll just spray what I just put on there. And then put my vermiculite. This is the Papalo. Parsley is another thing that I am going to start. I'm going to grow, and I have 2 varieties that I am going to grow, but I have to let these soak in water. I have to let the seeds soak in water before I can plant them in soil. So I'll go ahead and get the seeds soaked in water. So I have these containers here. They got little holes around them. I don't know. They're probably used for something that my sister have them for. I have no idea, and I don't know if it's gonna mess up what I'm doing here or not. But I think what I'll do is put some saran wrap around these, and then put my water in it. So let me. So I'm just gonna leave these in here. Some people say for 24 hours. Some people say for 48 hours. So we'll just leave it like that, and then after that time I'll go ahead and put them in some soil. Okay, you all, so I am going to go ahead and plant my rosemary and my sage all into this 6L tray. Rosemary, I don't know if there are any medicinal benefits to it, but it's seasoned so good. If you ever put it on steak, you have got to try it that way. It is a great for seasoning, and that's mostly what we use it for. Well, that's all we use it for, is putting it into our Italian seasoning. Sage, this package is out of seeds, and they're old. But anyway, these are old too. These from 2022. That is what I've been using, and they've been growing. A lot of my sage I give away because everyone here, we just like sage for, and it has some medicinal uses for it, but we like it especially at Christmas time. I mean Thanksgiving time for cooking. And so always, every year, I start some sage seeds. And there's a broadleaf one, and I had some of those. They were old at the time, and I couldn't get them to germinate. But these, you just kind of start them like brassicas, because their seeds just a little bigger, but you kind of want to put 1 to 2 seeds in each hole. Now, I didn't make these holes that deep. I just dropped them too right back in the back of there. Anyway, 1 to 2 seeds in each hole. And they will come up. And I'm not putting these on the heat mat. I'm just gonna put them on the grow shelf under the lights. Okay, you all, so now I'm gonna plant my basils. I've always planted sweet basil and Genovese basil. And I've always grown it with my tomatoes. And for years, for like 3 years, did that, and I didn't have problems with hornworms. And so last year, I did not grow that many sweet basils and Genovese basil, but we tried a lot of other basils. Thai basil, red Reuben basil, blue spice basil, did I say holy basil? And I don't think they helped with the hornworm, because every time I went out there was hornworms out there eating up my, and last year I had 16 different varieties of tomatoes growing. And on top of that, the 16 different varieties, I had, I don't know how many plants out there. I had tomato plants all over the garden. And so all those basils, they weren't deterring the hornworm, because the hornworm was busy. And so I did not find, but I think 1 over on my paste tomatoes, and I had Genovese and blue spice over there by them. And so maybe the blue spice kind of detoured them, I don't know. But I'm gonna bring you down so that you can see how I plant my basils. So I'll be right back. So this is one of those things that have a little greenhouse. Get these from Dollar Tree. I love these because I can plant rows, and that's what I'm gonna do with these basil seeds. Okay, so I'm going to use this for starting all these other basil seeds. I don't want as many of these as I want of the sweet and Genovese, because I'm going to plant those everywhere with tomatoes. But these will just be for us to eat and use in save to use in our teas. Is my sister, she loves basil. And then sometime we'll make the sun tea. Basil is good in it. Even the sweet and the Genovese basils. It's good in the sun tea. And then my sister, she'll drink it in her hot teas in the winter time as well. So first one is this red Reuben basil. I'll put my dome on this, and then I'm going to put them on the grow shelf. Does not have to be on the grow mat, so I'll be right back. Okay, you all, so I am going to drop some safflower seeds right now. Not sunflower, safflower. And it is a lot of stuff to it. As far as starting the seeds, I don't think it's that hard. But it is so much. It is, my goodness. It's so much that this is good for. And I don't know if you're a small backyard gardener. Well, I got the seeds, so I'm gonna plant them. But it seems like the big farmers may use it as a cover crop, because it'll kind of maybe keep the soil, you know, kind of loose. And I kind of feel like, because it says it can grow deep, it will grow deep into the earth. Not just the soil. It will grow deep into the earth, about 10 feet. That's deep, you all. That's deep. And so that can be like the comfrey plant. It will grow deep and pull up the good nutrients from the soil from way down and pull it up and be good nutrients for your plants. So it would not grow in cold, so it will reseed itself. Like if it's out there and the seeds fall, it'll come back. But the one plant, you know, it's not gonna, it can't survive cold. Now, it may go a long time in warm climates, you know, if you are in a place like that. But it can be susceptible to certain pests and diseases, including aphids and powdery mildew. So growing it, like aphids don't like it, so they may steer clear of that. And the powdery mildew, it don't really get that. And so you can use it in the place of the chemical pesticides. Like if you have a problem with some kind of pest, then you could consider using safflower in the place of some kind of pesticide. That's why I said I think the big farmers are the ones who probably use this more or grow it more. Somehow oil is extracted from the petals or the flowers. And so the oil is used in cooking oil. Also, the oil is used to control, it says sugar, but I don't know if that means like diabetes or I don't know. But anyway, it helps prevent blood clots. It helps with weight management and menstrual cramps and other stuff. And then it is also used, now I'm still talking about the oil, safflower oil. Is used in cosmetic products like your makeup and your moisturizers and even like lotions and stuff. Anything you use for moisturizers. And I think it's kind of used in some vitamins. Like I said, I got the seeds. I'm going to go ahead and plant them. But I think if it can control aphids and just a number of pests, then it will really benefit me. And to have, I mean, it will really work well in my garden because I have all kind of pests, as all of you have all kind of pests, you know. And so these are some great big huge seeds. And they're probably best planted in rows, maybe. But these are some kind of big seeds. I'm just gonna drop them down in this little pot right here. And I'll put some soil on top. Okay, you all, so that's the safflower. And the last thing that I'm going to plant is marshmallow. And this I don't put into soil right now. Not to put in a planter or a pot. I'll show you what I'm going to do. But the benefits, or the thing about it, it will grow tall. It grows for years. It'll grow really tall. They are good for the digestive system. Very soothing to the intestines. It soothes cough and sore throats. It's good for muscle pain. Good to mix and oh, this is the one that's good to mix with calendula and creams or lotions, salves, or you know, whatever you want to use it for. And then it is good to add to soaps because it soothes the skin. It soothes and heals the skin. So that's what the marshmallow is good for. I have this little itty bitty Ziploc bag, and I'm gonna put the marshmallow seeds down into it. Okay, so that's how I have it. Right there like that. Oh my goodness, these seeds are tiny. I'm going to, I just don't know. I've never done anything like this, and I sure hope that they will germinate. Okay, you all, so that's it. That is, those are my herbs that I have, that I'm gonna grow this year. I didn't do oregano, I didn't do lemon balm, because they are going to come back. I got them out there and they're gonna come back. My sage, I don't know why I plant it, because a lot of my family, they like the sage. And so, so that's pretty much it. Like I said, this year we are considering growing more herbs for the medicinal uses that they all have. And a lot of them, some of them, they don't have any. And then some that I planted today, it's not really much to it. And I'm just trying them. Like the Papalo, it's not much to it, medicinal use for it. It just is like a cilantro substitute. And my sister loves cilantro, and we never can get it to grow for long, because when it gets hot, it is going to glory. So, and that's it. Like I said at the beginning of the video, just think about planting your own herbs, especially because they're expensive when you buy them at the store, and you grew it. And it's not like, because you just don't know what they do to the stuff at the store. And it's just better to just go ahead and just start them from seed if you can. Now I understand this is just like buying pieces of a chicken instead of buying a whole one. You buy the pieces because it's convenient, it's easy, you don't have to cut the chicken up and all that. Because I don't know how to cut no chicken either. And I'm thankful. My mother told me to cut up a chicken one time, and I talked my daddy into doing it. And he cut it up and he demolished it. And so she knew he did it. She told me, she said, I told you to cut it. But anyway, that is, it is expensive though now to buy starter plants. And then, like I said, you don't know what they do to them at the store. You don't know, you just have no clue. And especially your herbs, you don't need them to be doing a whole lot of craziness to it. And then you get it home, and then it's just better to just go ahead and start your own seeds. It's better to start your own seeds anywhere, on anything, because buying starter plants is expensive nowadays. It is very expensive, and they don't take care of them at the store. They don't take care of them. And then I forgot what it was. And I mean, that plant was just about dead, trying its best to go on to glory. But it was had just a little bit of life left in it, just a little bit. And they didn't even mark that plant down, that it was a whole tray of whatever it was. And I can't even remember what it was. My sister and I laughed so hard at that. I was like, won't that thing just go on and die and go on and just go on? Because, and they just let it sit up there and fry in that heat, and it wasn't doing anything for it. It was dry as a bone, but they still had it out there at regular price. Now, if they don't care no more about you than to just leave something like that sitting out there and think you gonna be crazy enough to come by that, then you ought to be crazy enough to go and start all your seeds and save your money and not give them 1 penny of your money, because they don't care. They don't care. And there's these ones that's making the food in the cans and whatever, and they putting all this in cans or whatever. Whatever you buy, you better read the label, because it may have anything in it. May have roadkill, may have anything in it nowadays, and they don't care. Just to fill up the can, fill up the bag, just whatever. And we are eating this stuff. We're eating it because we don't know. So I suggest you all, if you're going to garden, go ahead and start seeds. And whatever, just start seeds. Genovese basil, sweet basil, both are burpee. This burpee I bought from burpee.com. This burpee came from a store somewhere, and I think I got these from Tractor Supply. But it's a lot of stores that sell burpee seeds. They're both good because they're burpee. I just like burpee. And burpee is the one who make these things. All these with these little soft bottom trays. You know, you can just ready to take your seedling out. You just poke your hole in there and get that seedling out. That's why I like these. Burpee makes these. And but Dollar Tree, they have the seeds. And but you can go and get you some seeds. You can get them way cheaper than you can buy a starter plant. So that's all I am doing tonight. And so it is really late and I'm tired and I'm sleepy. And I gotta write all this down in my seed tracker log. And so you all, I hope that you got something out of the video. And I'm not on here to teach. I'm just on here to share. But I try to give examples of everything to try to make you think. Should I start seeds or should I do starter plants? Nah, I just had the conversation with y'all, so you just think about it. But it is, I just hope that you all got something out of the video. And so I hope that you all can stay safe, stay well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Bye.